Hello everyone, welcome to day 4 of your 5-day yoga power and stretch challenge. I have a microphone now, so you should be able to hear me a lot better than in all my other videos if it all goes to plan, as it is the first time I'm using it. A little bit of trial and error. So today we have got an ab flow, so if you didn't hate me already up to the last few flows, probably not going to be a fan of me after today, but feeling super strong in those cores, which will help you throughout your entire yoga practice. So it's all good things, I promise. So we're going to get started lying on our backs. And we're going to just come straight into it, as it is only 15 minutes. So we're going to do some bicycle twists. So I want you to have your knees at a 90-degree angle. Your hands come to the back of your head, and we just turn to so right elbow to left knee, and then left elbow to right knee. So we'll go for 20. So we'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we're going to raise our legs up to the sky at a 90-degree angle to start, and we're going to do some crisscross legs. So I want you to go nice and wide with this. So as we come out, we go out and then cross. And then as you cross, the next time you cross over the other foot. So switch in the direction like this, come to about 6 inches off the floor, and then we go all the way up to the top. So feet at 90-degree angle. Let's go. And up to the top. And back down. And up. And down. Hopefully already feeling very powerful in the core. And we'll just go down one last time. And up. And then just hug everything in for a second. Then we're just going to rock up to boat. And we're going to hold our boats here for a second. Arms out in front. Now we're going to do some boat dips. So we're going to bring our hands to heart center, and we're going to go from left to right. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hug everything in for a second. A nice little breather. Now we're going to open our legs up out in front, and we're going to pretend that our boats are on water. So we're just going to let one leg go out at a time, and then the arms the same. You can kind of make it up. There's no right or wrong. Just really feeling into all areas of the core here. Hug everything in. Now we're going to rock back onto our backs, and then we're going to come forward into a plank. So we'll all go together. So rock back, cross the ankles over, step back into our plank pose. So we'll stay here for a few moments. Feeling nice and strong. Maybe shaking a little bit already. Now we're going to come to 50-50 planks. So we're going to lift up that left leg and lift up that right arm, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Now we're going to come to side plank on the right hand, so lifting that left hand all the way up to the sky. Now we're going to place this right knee onto the mat, because we're going to come to some side plank dips. So they're going to look like this. So your elbow is going to come to the knee. So you power through this left leg, and you come elbow to knee and open, and that knee doesn't touch the floor. So we'll go all together for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower this knee for a second. Reach this left arm overhead just to stretch out down the side of the left body. Now we'll push up to our side plank again, and we're going to do these little crunch dip things. I don't know what they're called, but your left arm's going to come and tuck under the right armpit and up. So we'll do 5 all together. If you need to put the knee down, then you can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and up. And then we'll place that left hand on the floor, power through this plank for 1 more breath, and then push back, downward facing dog. Just catching our breath here. Now we're going to shift forward into plank, and we've got to do 50-50 plank on this side. So our right leg comes out long and our left arm. Whoops, you can balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that left hand. Now we're going to twist onto the outside edge of the left foot into our side plank. And then we'll lower this left knee to the mat briefly, power through this back leg, and we're going to come to these side plank crunches. So knee to elbow for 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower for a second, lifting that right arm up overhead, stretching through the right side body. Then power up strong into our side plank again, so we can do these dips. So remember, the right arm is coming under the left armpit now. So we'll go together for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up before coming back round to our plank for 1 second. Push back to downward facing dog. Maybe already getting a little bit of a sweat on. Remember, taking child's pose is always an option. Now we're just going to come to our hands and knees. And we're going to bring our left knee, we're going to bring that, we need to bring our left foot out long. Our right knee is going to come to our chest. And we're going to lower that right knee to the floor and then pull up. So it's kind of like a tiger curl, but we're just going up and down. So when you're ready, having that left leg out long, down towards the back of the mat, power through, making sure that leg's nice and straight. And then we're going to pull this right leg up for 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step back into a downward facing dog. And now we've got the same on the other side, so we can bring our knees to the floor just to set up. That right leg's gonna come out long to the back of the mat, nice and straight. And then the same again, pulling that left knee to the chest, then down to the floor, but not touching the mat. So we'll go for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Now we're going to bring this right knee to the chest, step it in between the 2 hands at the front, power up through the legs and come into a nice high lunge. Now we're going to power through this front foot and step forward into a chair posture. And we just sink right down into these hips here. Toes together, heels slightly apart. You should be able to see your 2 big toes below your knees and power these arms up overhead, nice and strong. Really feeling this engagement of the core here. release into forward fold, upward facing dog or cobra. We're going to step or jump back into plank. If you would like to jump back straight into chaturanga, I'm going to show you what this looks like. So hands placed firmly on the mat, and we're going to shoot back into a plank but lower into our chaturanga arms. So all meeting in upward facing dog or cobra. And a downward facing dog. So if you didn't get it that time, then you can have a go on this round, as we will try it again. So left knee coming to nose this time. Place it lightly in between the hands. Power up through those legs into a high lunge. Now we're going to power through this left foot and step into our chair position. Remember, sinking deep into these hips, toes touching heels slightly apart. Arms grow up towards the sky. Three, two, one. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Again, either just stepping back to plank, lowering through chaturanga, or you can take the jump back straight into your chaturanga. So we need to tuck these knees right into our chest so they can shoot back. So 3, 2, 1. Upward facing dog or cobra. All meeting in a downward facing dog. Now we're going to do another core exercise to get ourselves to seated. So rather than doing a jump through, we're going to practice a drill, which is really good for our jump through. So eventually, after time, your legs will be able to shoot all the way through and land on your bum. So we're just going to bring our toes together and we're going to walk on our tiptoes as slowly as we can, really feeling the fire and engagement in our bellies as we tiptoe. And as you edge closer, it will get considerably harder and harder until you can't go any further. And then just come to seated, arms out long, back into our boat posture. So if you'd like to challenge yourself, you can straighten your arms and straighten your legs. Now we're going to come to some boat dips. So come with your knees bent, arms out long. And we're going to dip, we're going to lie, I'll show you, and then you can join in when you're ready. So it'll look like this. Lower about 6 inches off the floor, both your shoulders and your feet, and then pull up. So we'll go 10 all together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug everything in just for a second. Then we're going to cross the legs over. Cross the legs over and come through to a downward facing dog. Shift forward to our plank and we're going to hold here. So nice and strong. I don't want any of you cheating and slumping down. I want you to see nice strong backs. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower chaturanga, slowly down to chaturanga arms, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Now we're going to do this walk through again, so tiptoeing on feet slowly until we come to seated. Arms out long, not long to go now, I promise. We're going to come back into our boats and we're going to come back to these prayer dips. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hug everything in for just a second. And now we're going to come out to that boat on water one last time. So legs coming out long, arms kind of copying, or they can go high or low, but the lower you go, the harder it's going to be. So more of a challenge on your core. And then hug everything in. Then we're going to lower onto our backs. Legs up into the sky, 90-degree angle. We're going to come to these crisscrosses again. We won't do as many as at the start. So cross all the way down. And up. Down. And up. Hug those knees in. Now we're going to come to our bicycles again, so we're going in reverse from the start. So this is the last exercise, I promise. So right elbow to left knee for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20. Hug everything in. And then we'll just rock up to seated. We'll just do one last releasing breath all together. So inhale, hands up to the sky. And exhale. Well done, everyone. I know that was quite a challenging little flow, so hopefully you managed to get through it. And now you have got a nice 10-minute stretch, and there's a little bit of a meditation in there as well, so nothing too strenuous at all. So yes, just click the link below and it will take you straight through. Bye.